Neighbor thinks I breed rats in my greenhouse? Wait till you hear this. I have lived with my husband Mark in our terrace house for 12 years, and we know rats roam the nearby farmland, so we always keep rat wire on hand. We never had rats until our neighbor Dan turned on us, when I laughed at someone calling him a bellend, and refused to chat anymore. He phoned the council over our compost bin and even blamed us for a water leak he caused. Then Dan began telling anyone who would listen that I trap and breed rats in my 3x2-meter greenhouse. He even called an exterminator and insisted I must have a nest inside. The pest pros agreed that a breeder would smell and squeak too loudly, so they cleared us. Meanwhile, I chatted with neighbor Lisa, Dan's partner, who admitted she never saw rats either. To guard against his obsession, reinstalled cameras around the greenhouse and garden, and loudly mocked his delusion within earshot. I started logging every weird call and trespass attempt in a spreadsheet. One morning we opened a letter from Environmental Health demanding we remove a rat infestation immediately. I sent the exterminator statement to clear our name, and shot off a polite but firm email warning I would sue Dan for harassment if this kept up. We reached out to neighbors who all confirmed they saw no rats, and laughed at the absurd claim. Dan's fixation ramped up. He sent recycled plant cuttings to our door as gifts, stomped angrily with loud music, and even installed his own camera to watch our yard. He interrogated guests, pestered every council on earth, and blamed us for rotten taps, damp cellars, and woodworm in his house. I kept tending my tomatoes and peppers while planting tall, spiky, fragrant shrubs, and a colorful hedge to block his view in horticultural revenge. When Dan harassed neighbors into selling their house, I realized he needed to be stopped, so I filed a police report and assembled proof that an average person would feel harassed. His partner Lisa seems to be reining him in a bit now. Cameras, signs warning photos are illegal, and a plan for a retractable awning to seal us off have quieted him into occasional stomps and faint bass thumps. The council cleared us and apologized for its botched letter after realizing Dan's complaint was baseless. The police case lingers, but Dan's antics have eased and I can finally garden with fewer sideways glances. I even took legal advice on stalking laws and burdens of proof, so I know we have strong grounds if Dan steps over the line again. Through it all, I have learned that a good camera, a pointed spreadsheet, and a few thorny bushes can do wonders against a spiteful neighbor. A story from Choice_Evidence 193.
I feel for the OP's frustration and fear when Dan accused her of breeding rats in that greenhouse, and I admire how she turned cameras and hedges into her shield to protect her garden insanity.
I almost feel sorry for Dan because the OP turned her yard into Fort Knockout with cameras and spikes, and now he is convinced she is some rat overlord. Could she be fueling his mania?